Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am back out in front of the Moscow home where 4 college students were brutally stabbed inside that home during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022. Coroner thinks between 3 and 4 a.m. Case is unsolved. Whoever did this is still out on the loose. Police made no arrests, haven't publicly identified any suspects. A knife was used, and they haven't found the murder weapon, and authorities are looking for a white Hyundai Elantra. The occupants might have critical information related to this case. Let's talk about that white Hyundai Elantra. There's a couple photos I want to show you guys, right? There is speculation online that whoever was in this vehicle, this white vehicle, came back to the scene here in that same white vehicle days after the murders, right? There was a news reporter out here reporting, and people are saying in that top right corner over there, that is Walenta, right? And there's a road there, and the car was just perched right over there, and I'm going to take you over there, right? And I also have another photo of a white car right in back of there. So let me show you the first photo with the white car, looks like a Hyundai Elantra, right in back of this home. Check it out. And then we're talking about the vehicle that was up there, and that's where I'm going to take you right now. I'm actually going to take you on one of the ways out of this neighborhood, and that would be going out here onto Taylor and then spinning around on Walenta all the way out Sunnyside, Conestoga, out to Palouse. So I am going to take you on that route, and I'm going to take you right up there at the corner where you can see down at the house. You can see down at the house, did the killer return back to the scene? Now, a lot of times in these type of murder cases, right? A lot of times after the murders happen, the killer always wants to go back to the scene to check out or to observe. Sometimes they go to the memorials, the vigils, and they just want to see how, or they go to the crime scene to see how police are handling the case. They do that quite often. And did that happen in this particular case at the early stages? Until police notified the public they're looking for this white vehicle, then maybe the occupants just bounced and left the area. But let's go around. I'm going to take you. It's up on a hill. It goes around and it's up on a hill, and you can see the back of the home there. So we're gonna go on a tour, and then we're also gonna go all the way out to Palouse on one of the ways out of this neighborhood, because if a vehicle was used in this crime, occupants or occupier of the vehicle has to get out of here some way if they parked in this area, right? So you would leave the house here, you would turn, and then you have a choice. You can go to the right down Taylor, which takes you to Maine. There's a couple roads out that way. It will take you to the University of Idaho, or you go this way, and this is called Walenta Drive. This is Taylor, but it turns into Walenta Drive right here. So we're going to drive this route. We're going to drive this route in the day. And people say on the news report that a white car was seen right about here, right about there. You see, you can actually, there's car things that pull over, but you can clearly see the house from right here, from this area right here. Make sure there's no cars behind me. Let me just step out. Let me just step out and give you a different perspective. Let me just step out. Another perspective. And you can see, and there's the officer at the beginning of the video. Let me go right here where it's clear. So maybe a vehicle parked right here. If the media caught this vehicle, it'd be like right here on the edge of the road. looking over at the house, observing to find out what is going on. Very possible. There's a sign here that says no parking on the street. It is a hill, goes around. Again, then you go right there. What do you think? What do you think? A little home right there. There's a home up there. So we're going to go on this road tour. I'm just wondering if... Now, the other picture I showed you with the car in back of the house on to the left, that's the parking lot there at the Queen, 500 Queen, big apartment complex in the back. I made a video. It's dark out there at night. Cars parked back there. It's a small parking lot. You could definitely be parked right here just observing what is going on. Let me take this down a little bit so you can kind of see. You can clearly see. Oops. You can clearly see the balcony. All right, so a car is coming. Wondering if... Now, the other picture I showed you with the car in back of the house on to the left, that's the parking lot there at the Queen, 500 Queen, big apartment complex in the back. I made a video. It's dark out there at night. Cars parked back there. It's a small parking lot. You could definitely be parked right here just observing what is going on. Let me take this down a little bit so you can kind of see. You can clearly see. Oops. You can clearly see the balcony. All right, so a car is coming. All right, so we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna wait till this truck passes by. All right, so we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna take you out this way. Say if the killer left this way in a vehicle. There's only really one way out. If you look on the map, it intertwines with different roads, but there's only one way out, it looks like. And it looks like you'd go this way, and then you would make a left here, because this way here, you see a sign that says no outlet. So, and I made a video, it takes you to a path. It takes you to a path that takes you up to Sigma Chi and those frat houses. Now this is Ridge Road and Walenta. So I'm just going to show you these homes here for people that want to get an idea of what it looks like. Snow-packed roads. All right, so this road here is Chinook, no outlet. You see no outlet down there. So we're gonna keep moving. I'll make sure this car goes around. Oh, nope. There's a car behind me. All right, so this is the road I was talking about at the beginning, Sunnyside, right? Now these roads here eventually go into dead ends, but here is Sunnyside, just so you see Sunnyside, and eventually we're going to find Conestoga, which takes you out. This is the only way to really get out of this neighborhood. And here's Conestoga. So this goes to a dead end. You can see dead end. You're supposed to turn here on Conestoga, and this will take you to the Palouse out. the road. Just keep going. It says no outlet. No outlet up there. See it? Make sure no cars are behind me. Let's continue. We are working our way out of this neighborhood. Also, seeing if I see any surveillance. Alright, so up here. So once outside the neighborhood, that's a big snow hill. I mean, there's nothing outside this neighborhood once we get out onto this, I believe, Palouse. And here we go. Alright, so we're getting at the end of the road here. Looks like they're doing some construction here. Here is Palouse River Road. So, leaving this neighborhood this way, you have a choice to go down that way. That will take you to Washington, or you'll go this way. So we're just going to go this way, back towards Moscow. You can see there's nothing beyond that except farmland, and there's no more neighborhoods at this point. Though up here, and I'm not going to show you the exact house, but up here there's a trailer park, right? There's a trailer park, and that James Curtis Leonard guy, like we've been hearing about with this case, he lives in this trailer park that's right up here. This trailer park here. There's a trailer park, and this is the first time he's seen this. I'm going off the map that I've memorized, so this is all new. But James Curtis Leonard lived here, so he lived very close to the home. You know, less than a mile away. And now authorities were asking for surveillance from this road. One of the surveillance they were asking for was surveillance here. This takes you to Palouse and Main Street, and here it is. And I made a video showing the surveillance here at this street corner, so I'm seeing this for the first time. And yes, there is these street cams here. There's these street cams. Now, I'm going to do something real quickly here, and stay with me. I'm going to go back the other way in Palouse and see where it goes to, or where it heads to. So I'm going to actually turn here, turn into this location here, and then go back across Palouse. But there is surveillance here at this corner, light corner, traffic light, Palouse River Road and Main Street. I'm going to just show it to you again on this angle. You see it there. Bam, bam, bam. So if the killer came out that way we just went, they would most likely be seen on surveillance here. Alright. What are we doing here? He didn't go. Why was he just staying there? Alright. Just bear with. So, that is one way. You know, again, Walenta to Ridge to Sunnyside to Conestoga to Palouse, and then we end up here. We end up here where there is surveillance here. Authorities were asking for surveillance on Palouse. That's one way that these individual occupant of the vehicle could have got out of the neighborhood if they came by car. We're gonna go back to, remember where I turned left and came down this way? We're gonna go the other way and see where that takes us. And this is, and again, this is the trailer park where James Curtis lived. Matter of fact, I should have went through there maybe another time. Alright, so we're gonna approach it up here, across the street from when you came out. there was construction. Now I just want to go out here over here and see. So we came out from here. We came out right here, and there's a business here called Bible Fellowship, Bible Bridge Bible Fellowship. Okay, so we came out here. So now let's go this way. If the killer went out this way, right? And you see, just there's no more neighborhoods, right? The neighborhoods. This is like the southwest side of Moscow. Now that is the Botanical Gardens. That is the Botanical Gardens. It said the Botanical Gardens. Let's just go a little bit. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this takes us. I believe there's a possibility we'll get eventually to Washington State, or not sure, but it's all farmland out here. Sand road, it says. Alright, so it just keeps going and going and going. So it's possible the killer went out this way and then just drove off into this direction, which is nothing. What fields? Slow down, cars coming. There's limited eyes out here, houses spread out. Doubt any of these homes have actual surveillance facing the street. Did authorities ask them though, at least? So that looks like a dead end. It says, that says Sand Road and Sand something west. Sand Road, Sand something west. So that's where we are here. Farmland, farmland, farmland. I'm just going to see a little bit longer how long. I'm going to see if we can, where this goes. I don't remember offhand the map of what way this goes. I apologize for that, but I'm giving you a beautiful scenery tour at least. Speed limit here says 35. Now, very possible the killer could be within on some of these homes. I mean, that's a possibility, probably unlikely. Definitely a possibility. So speed limit turns into 50 at this point. Speed limit 50. You can see snow, snowy roads. Let's see how this goes. Just a complete whiteout as far as the field. The killer go this way. We are, though, on the border, near the border of Idaho, Washington. I mean, it's fair to say that this is close. Straddling the border. killer did go this way. Just got miles and miles of road here. Unnoticed. Unnoticed. Waiting for some crossroads somewhere. So then I can map this out later and see actually where I went. Alright, so I see a sign up here that could be where it's actually curves. Wow, I'm really out there. It just keeps going and going. So do you think the victims were targeted? Do you think the house was targeted? Do you think this was premeditated and planned, or just acted out in that moment? Do you think it was a stalker, somebody from the fraternity, former friend, associate, family member of one of the victims, occupants of the, prior occupants of the house, neighbors? Who do you think did this? Who do you think did this crime? Alright, well, I'm going to stop here. This keeps going. I'm on Jennings and Sand. Jennings and Sand. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Look at the terrain there. Look at the distance. It's just foggy. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I'll be posting more videos soon. Justice for the victims who did this crime. God bless.